Good evening, PWCS families, and welcome to tonight's Family Engagement Series session. My name is Janet Boyd, and I am the Supervisor for Family and Community Engagement. Today's session is Supporting Your English Learner through Lexia English. The presentation will be in English and will be recorded. This time, I would like to welcome our presenter for this evening. Joining us today, we have Dr. Rainin. She is the Lexia Success Manager with Lexia. Welcome, Dr. Rainin.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to work with you all this evening. Thank you for being here. I'll go ahead and switch screens here just to pull up our Lexia English presentation for today. Is everyone able to see my screen?
Looks great.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get started. So, hello again. My name is Bevan Reinen, and I am Success Manager who supports Prince William County with Lexia English implementation. And it's nice to see you all this evening. Just to introduce myself a little bit more, I've been a teacher and a school and district literacy leader. I actually graduated from Prince William County Schools from Woodbridge Senior High School. I now live in a small town of Crozet, Virginia, which is just west of Charlottesville. And again, I help schools and districts in Prince William County with the implementation of Lexia English. So I'm excited to speak with you more about this wonderful program this evening. Our mission at Lexia is to create an opportunity for every student through the power of literacy education, and I am sure that we share in that mission. Today's goals for this family session will be to one, help you learn more about how the Lexia English student program works, help you learn how Prince William County Schools is specifically using Lexia English in classrooms, and also help you learn more about how you can support your child with Lexia English at home. So let's go ahead and get started by digging into the Lexia English student program to give you all a glimpse into how it works. Here you see the House of Literacy. Lexia English really focuses in on teaching English oral language skills because speaking and listening skills are the pillars of literacy, of both reading and writing. And our program follows an adaptive blended learning model. We blend human intelligence with artificial intelligence in order to help students grow and to meet them exactly where they are. Our program contains three primary components. We have our independent student-driven learning component, and that's basically where students are getting the opportunity to speak and listen and practice their oral language development skills within the student program on their computers. We also have an ongoing data for teachers to monitor. So our program provides all sorts of really great, robust reporting. Constantly, our program is gathering information about students' learning skills so that teachers can then use that information to make instructional decisions. And then we also have a plethora of teacher-led instructional resources that teachers can use to better support students, either one-on-one, in a small group, or in a whole group setting. So when we can blend together all three of these components with the teacher at the center of it all, students will make tremendous growth in Lexia English. When students first start using Lexia English, they are prompted to take what is called an auto placement. An auto placement is a one-time adaptive assessment, kind of like a little mini quiz, that assesses students on their speaking, grammar, and comprehension skills. It basically gives students an entry point in the program. We have a variety of levels in Lexia English, and this auto placement data will help the program determine what level is appropriate for the child based upon where they are developmentally. Lexia English, again, helps students practice their speaking, listening, and grammar skills by teaching academic English. Lexia English is for students in grades K through 6. As students are working within the program, they connect to 17 different multilingual characters. Lexia English works across 4 content domains: math, science, social studies, general knowledge, and biographies, and there are 19 total levels in Lexia English. Here you can see some of the emergent bilingual students that your child gets to engage with within the program. These students here have a variety of different accents and dialects, and they also come from a variety of different cultures. Our program follows what is a 2-step instructional model. When students are working within the standard step, it looks something like this. This is when they're practicing independent application. So they are engaging back and forth with the program, and if they're answering questions correctly, then they remain here in the standard step. However, if there are any misunderstandings or they're struggling with a specific skill and they incorrectly answer twice, then they move into what is called an instruction step. And you will see that the screen blacks out like this, indicating that there's a little bit of struggle and the program is providing them some extra scaffolding and support, some more explicit teaching. There might be repetition, additional practice, just to help them better learn that skill. There are also what we call presentation of knowledge units. These are essentially little embedded mini assessments that students will encounter throughout the program. It basically provides students an opportunity to showcase what they have learned within Lexia English. If a student scores less than 80% on one of these little mini assessments, then a Lexia lesson is recommended for the teacher to deliver to that student in a face-to-face setting. The teacher may deliver it in a one-on-one setting or in a small group setting, or if the skill is something that enough of the students are struggling with, the teacher may even implement it in a whole group model. But there are a variety of resources available for teachers to use to provide additional support to students outside of the student program in a more face-to-face setting. So just to summarize the summary of the instructional model for Lexia English, again, within Lexia English, students are working on their speaking, listening, and grammar. They work within this standard step, and they stay there as long as they are answering questions correctly. However, if there's any misunderstanding, then the program will provide them some additional support within this instruction step. During the presentation of knowledge units where they get to showcase what they learned in those specific encounters, it gives an opportunity for them to demonstrate mastery. However, if they do score less than an 80%, that signals that they might need some additional support. And then we have teacher-led resources that are available for them, for the teacher to use directly with students face-to-face. So this was some information about the student program itself, but I feel like it is best for us to really just show you what it looks like so that you can really experience what your child is experiencing within the program as they are learning. So in just a moment, I'm going to play for you a little more than a 4-minute video here. And this video will give you a glimpse into level 2 entering science. The units that are shown in this video are media units. You're going to witness some conversation, and you'll also see some examples of scaffolding within the program. So as you're watching this video, pay attention to what happens when students answer correctly, but also pay attention to what happens when students have a misunderstanding, and the program provides some additional support and practice. I'll go ahead and play this video for you now.
Hi, is your headset on? Let's warm up. Select the microphone and say this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Great. You're all set. Press the microphone and say, let's go to begin.
Let's go.
Welcome to Level 2. Select a character.
Time to chat. Select the microphone and say, let's go.
Let's go.
This is Madeline. This is Madeline. Madeline is a scientist. She studies frogs. Madeline, what are you doing? I am listening. Madeline listens to frogs. What are you doing? Say it with me. 3, 2, 1. What are you doing? What are you doing? Say it after me. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Say it one more time.
What are you doing?
I am looking. I am looking. I am looking. Say it with me. 3, 2, 1. I am looking. I am looking. Say it after me. I am looking.
I am lucky. I look.
Let's try it another way. I am looking. Say each word after I say it. I am
am
looking.
looking.
Way to go! What are you doing? Say the answer.
I am looking.
Great work! What are you doing? Say it after me. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Say it one more time.
What are you doing?
I am writing. I am writing. Say it after me. I am writing.
I am writing.
What are you doing?
I am writing.
All right. Well, hopefully that gave you a better idea of what it looks like when students are working within the program. As you can see, the program provides them ample opportunities to practice. There's repetition involved, and there are some additional scaffolds as students have misunderstandings. So now that we've dug into the student program itself, let's shift gears a little bit and look into exactly how Lexia English is being utilized within Prince William County Schools. In Prince William, WIDA Level 1 and 2 English learners are utilizing Lexia English. At the elementary level, in grades K through 5, it's being primarily utilized within the ELD block as an L teacher pushes into classrooms. At the middle school level, in 6th grade, it is being primarily utilized during the standalone ELD course. Within Prince William, there are some student program usage goals. If a student's in grades K through 2, in the early grades, the hope is that they can work in 30 to 45 minutes per week in the program within their classrooms. 6 units, which is our measure of progress, would indicate good, healthy progress in a particular week. In the upper grades, grades 3 through 6, the goal is a little bit more, with students shooting to earn and get 45 to 60 minutes per week and about 9 units per week if possible. In terms of progress, in a typical year, if a K2 student earns 2 or 3 Lexia English level certificates, that would indicate good, healthy progress as well by the end of the school year. In the upper grades, grades 3 through 6, the goal is for students to earn at least 3 Lexia English level certificates by end of year. And Lexia English really is intended to be fit into a classroom setting in a flexible way. If you were to walk into a classroom, you may notice that there could be a group of students who are working within the student portion of the program. You may also notice that at the back table, there may be a teacher implementing a small group lesson to students who indicated that they could utilize some additional support. You may see students working independently on skill builders, for example, which are independent application pieces that the program provides. You may even see students working collaboratively together. But a variety of different stations can be occurring at once. You may see students working in the student program, or you may see a teacher working directly with students, or you may even see students working on other activities as well. It is meant to be flexible. Now that we've covered a little bit about what and how it's being utilized within Prince William, let's talk about a few things that you can do at home to support your child. I do want to note that Lexia English right now is only being utilized within the classroom setting. So this program is not available at home currently. It is really intended to be utilized primarily in the classroom setting. However, you can open up conversations with your child about how they're doing in Lexia English each week. Here are a couple examples of how you can prompt your child and have more of a conversation around Lexia English. You can ask them just to simply tell you about what exactly they are learning, what skills they're practicing within Lexia English each week. You can also have them tell you about the progress that they're making within the program. You may hear them talk about units, which are the smallest metric of growth in the program that they may have some goal setting around, and you may hear them talk about leveling up or earning those level certificates. Speaking of those level certificates, if you see any of these come home, be sure to celebrate your child. As students level up within the program, there are certificates that are available, and many educators send these home. So if you see any of these certificates come home, you'll notice that they are available in a variety of different languages. And at the bottom, be sure to read those skills that students are able to accomplish within the specific level. It will give you specific feedback about what your child was able to do within that specific level. And again, make a big deal about these as they come home. You might decide to post it on the refrigerator. You might decide that your child gets ice cream after dinner that week, or maybe they get some extra time playing video games, whatever, you know your child the best. However you think that they would like to celebrate, please be sure to do that, because it is very exciting anytime that they get to level up within the program. So keep an eye out for these certificates. Also, be sure to maintain open communication with your child's L teacher about how they're doing in Lexia English. At the close of this session, you might even decide you want to just shoot over a quick email just to learn more about what skills your child is specifically practicing within the program currently. And again, you can ask your child's teacher how your child is progressing in the program as well. There are a variety of different reports, even parent reports that could potentially be sent home. So definitely open up that conversation if you're curious with your child's L teacher. I'm sure they'll be happy to provide you some additional information. And also, as I mentioned, we have a plethora of resources available in our resource hub, and we also have some family resources available there that your L teacher could potentially send home if you request them. We have some great speak at home activities that you can ask your child's teacher to send home. These are basically fun games and activities that we have available in many different languages, and this can help you support your child with their language development at home. Now that I've covered some different information about the student program, about how Prince William County is utilizing it in the classroom setting, and a few tips of what you can do to support your child at home, I believe at this time we're going to open the floor to any potential questions that you all may have. We'll be happy to answer them.
Please, if you have any questions, please type them in the chat and we can see them and we'll make sure that they get answered. All right, at this time, I don't see any questions, but as Dr. Rainin, oh, there we go. There's the first one that came through. Does this program help students to learn how to read?
That's a really great question. Thank you for asking that. So, this program is specifically focused on language development skills. So, those language development skills are necessary for a student to be able to learn how to read. However, within Prince William County, there are a couple of other programs that are primarily focused on reading skills alone. So you may hear your child talking about either Core 5, which is being utilized at the elementary level, or Power Up, which is our Lexia program being used at the middle and high school level. So those are the programs that are primarily focused on reading. Lexia English is very much focused on speaking and listening, really growing those English language skills first.
Another question came up, and maybe you can answer this one, Christina. It says, I just wanted to ask whether families are permitted to install the Lexia app on an iPad or for home use.
Hi. So that was something that Dr. Reinen had addressed earlier, that we're not using it at home. We're using it just at the school, just during classroom instruction. This helps the teachers to monitor the students' usage, and also helps, like, if there's siblings at home that may want to that get interested in the program. It helps keep the data secure and helps us know how the students are growing. So we don't encourage use at home for Lexia English. It really helps our teachers to know how our students are performing if it's only used at school.
Okay. Another question came in. It says, my son went from homeschooling to PWCS, and she was quite surprised at the placement levels as they had him in phonics learning when he had already completed the entire All About Reading program and you had to decode and encode all sounds. He went through 2 levels so quickly because it seemed to have placed him inaccurately. How do you ensure a child is placed accurately?
I can jump in and answer that one. So it sounds like there might be a little bit of confusion between our Lexia English program, and here it sounds like this would be our Core 5 Lexia program. Again, the Core 5 Lexia program is the program that's focused on those reading skills, on phonics and decoding and encoding. Lexia English is really just for English learners, level 1s and 2s in Prince William County, just focused on speaking and listening skills.
Is there a progress report for parents to see the skills students learn?
Yes, we do have some parent reports available within Lexia English. You can certainly request to see that to your child's teacher. At Lexia, we recommend that it's one of those things that is used more in a conference-like setting, or that the teacher run through it with you on the phone, just to be able to answer any questions that you may have about the parent report. These are some great questions.
They are some good questions.
Keep them coming. We're happy to help.
Does anyone have any additional questions? All right, so just a reminder, I will be sending out a copy of today's presentation as well as the recording of the presentation. So you'll have access to both of those to use as a resource. And as a reminder, if you have any specific questions regarding your student, just please make sure that you reach out to your child's teacher just to get more personalized, answers to whatever questions you have. We have placed the survey for today's session in the chat. We ask that you just take a couple of minutes to fill it out, let us know how we're doing, and any suggestions of any future sessions that you may want to see. So thank you again, Dr. Ranan, for joining us today. We appreciate you. Thank you, Christina, for joining us as well to help answer some of these questions. And we hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful evening. And please make sure you sign up for March programming through the Family Engagement Series. It's already posted to our website. Thank you all and have a wonderful evening.
Ready for me to end?